Today is Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. And if you're wondering whether you're getting a Social Security payment today, you're in the right place. We're going to break down exactly who qualifies for today's payment, what you need to know about the payment schedule, and we'll also cover everything about SSI payments and timelines. This is crucial information that affects millions of Americans. So stick around until the end, because I'm also going to share some important updates about the 2026 cost of living adjustment and changes to how you receive your payments. Who gets paid today? All right, let's answer the burning question first. Are you getting paid today? If you were born between the 11th and 20th day of any month, then yes, today, November 19th, 2025, is your payment day. Congratulations! Your money should already be in your account or on its way. Now let me be specific about who exactly qualifies for today's payment. This applies to Social Security beneficiaries who receive, number 1, retirement benefits. Number 2, Social Security Disability Insurance, also known as SSDI. Number 3, survivor benefits. But here's an important caveat. This only applies if you filed your claim after May 1st, 1997. This is a really important distinction that confuses a lot of people, so let me explain. The Social Security Administration changed its payment system back in 1997. If you started receiving benefits before that date, you're on a different payment schedule entirely. We'll talk more about that in just a minute. So to recap, if you're receiving Social Security retirement, disability, or survivor benefits, you filed after May 1997. And your birthday falls between the 11th and 20th of your birth month, whether that's January, March, July, or any other month, you should receive your payment today. How the payment schedule works. Now let's talk about how this payment schedule actually works, because understanding this will help you plan your finances better and know exactly when to expect your money each month. The Social Security Administration uses a very systematic approach based on your birth date. It's actually pretty simple once you understand the pattern. Here's the breakdown. If you were born between the 1st and 10th of your birth month, you get paid on the second Wednesday of every month. For November 2025, that was November 12th. If you were born between the 11th and 20th, that's you folks getting paid today. You get paid on the third Wednesday of every month. That's today, November 19th. And if you were born between the 21st and 31st, you get paid on the fourth Wednesday of every month. For November, that's going to be November 26th. The beauty of this system is that it's consistent and predictable. You don't have to wonder or guess when your payment is coming. It's the same Wednesday of the month, every single month, based on your birthday. Now, remember what I mentioned earlier about people who started receiving benefits before May 1997? Here's their schedule. If you've been receiving Social Security since before May 1997, you get paid on the third day of every month, regardless of your birth date. So for November, that would have been November 3rd. However, if the 3rd falls on a weekend or federal holiday, the payment comes on the preceding business day. There's one more exception. If you receive both Social Security and supplemental security income, we call these dual beneficiaries, your Social Security payment comes on the 3rd of the month, and your SSI payment comes on the 1st of the month. SSI Payment Schedule Explained. Speaking of SSI, let's talk about supplemental security income, because this program has a completely different payment schedule, and it's important not to confuse the two. First, let me clarify what SSI actually is, because I get a lot of questions about the difference between Social Security and SSI. Supplemental Security Income is a needs-based program for people who are aged 65 or older, blind or disabled, and who have limited income and resources. Unlike Social Security retirement or disability benefits, SSI is not based on your work history. You don't need to have worked a certain number of years to qualify for SSI. SSI payments follow a much simpler schedule. They're paid on the first day of every month period. Your birth date doesn't matter for SSI. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky, and this is important for November and the upcoming months. For November 2025, SSI recipients actually received their payment on October 31st. Why? Because November 1st fell on a Saturday. Whenever the first of the month falls on a weekend or federal holiday, SSI payments are issued on the last business day of the previous month. This creates some interesting situations in the calendar. Let me walk you through what's happening in the next few months. For SSI recipients, December 2025. SSI payment. You'll receive this on December 1st, which is a Monday, a regular payment day. January 2026. SSI payment. This is where it gets interesting. Because January 1st is New Year's Day, a federal holiday, you'll actually receive your January payment on December 31st, 2025. That means some SSI recipients will get two payments in December, one for December on the 1st and one for January on the 31st. February 2026. SSI payment. You'll receive this on January 30th, 2026, because February 1st falls on a Sunday. March 2026. SSI payment. Back to normal. You'll receive this on February 27th. Wait, actually, let me double-check that. February 1st, 2026 is a Sunday, so the March payment would come on February 27th. The key takeaway here is that SSI recipients need to pay close attention to the calendar and plan accordingly when you're getting early payments. If you get two payments in 1 month, you need to budget carefully to make sure that money lasts until your next payment. Payment methods and important changes. Now let's talk about how you receive your Social Security or SSI payment, because there have been some major changes that everyone needs to be aware of. If you've been receiving Social Security for a long time, you might remember getting a paper check in the mail. Well, those days are officially over. Following a presidential executive order, the federal government has ended the issuance of paper checks for Social Security benefits. The compliance deadline for this was September 30th, so by now, everyone should be set up with electronic payments. There are two ways you can receive your payment electronically. Option 1, direct deposit to your bank account. This is what most people use. Your payment goes directly into your checking or savings account on your payment day, usually early in the morning. You can access your money immediately. There's no waiting, no trips to the bank, and it's the most secure method. Option 2, the Direct Express card. This is a prepaid debit card specifically for federal benefit payments. If you don't have a bank account, this is a great option. The card is issued by Comerica Bank, and your benefits are automatically loaded onto the card on your payment day. You can use it anywhere MasterCard debit cards are accepted, withdraw cash from ATMs, and there are no monthly fees if you use it properly. Why did the government make this change? Several reasons. First, it's more secure. Paper checks can be lost, stolen, or forged. Electronic payments eliminate those risks. Second, it's faster. You get your money on the exact day it's scheduled, not days later when the mail arrives. Third, it's more cost-effective for the government. Processing and mailing millions of paper checks every month is expensive. And fourth, it's more reliable. You don't have to worry about mail delays, especially in rural areas or during bad weather. If for some reason you haven't set up electronic payments yet, you need to do that immediately. You can call Social Security at 1-800-772-1213, visit your local Social Security office, or set it up online through your My Social Security account. What if you don't receive your payment? Okay, so today is November 19th, and you're supposed to get paid today, but what if your payment doesn't show up? What should you do? First, don't panic immediately. The Social Security Administration recommends waiting 3 additional business days before contacting them. Here's why. Even though payments are scheduled for a specific date, there can sometimes be minor delays in processing, especially depending on your bank. Different banks process direct deposits at different times. Some banks make the money available early in the morning. Others might not process it until later in the day or even the next business day. So if it's November 19th and your payment isn't showing up yet, wait until November 24th before taking action. That gives the system time to process everything. If November 24th comes and goes and you still haven't received your payment, here's what you should do. Step 1. Check your My Social Security account online, log in, and verify your payment information. Make sure your direct deposit details are correct. Sometimes people change banks and forget to update their information with Social Security Step 2. Contact your bank. Confirm that there are no holds or issues on your account that might prevent the deposit from showing up. Step 3. If everything looks correct on your end, contact the Social Security Administration. You can call their main number at 1-800-772-1213. The lines are open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. local time. Yes, the wait times can be long, so be patient. Have your Social Security number ready and be prepared to verify your identity. Step 4. If you need in-person help, you can visit your local Social Security office, but I strongly recommend making an appointment first. You can do this online or by calling the main number. In most cases, missing payments are due to simple issues like incorrect bank information or bank processing delays. It's rarely a major problem, but it's important to address it quickly so you get your money, the 2026 COLA increase. All right, now let's talk about some good news. The cost of living adjustment for 2026. The Social Security Administration has announced a 2.8% cost of living adjustment, or COLA, for 2026. This increase will take effect in January 2026, and it will apply to both Social Security and SSI benefits. Now, 2.8% might not sound like a huge number, but let me put this in perspective for you. The COLA is designed to help your benefits keep pace with inflation. It's based on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, or CPIW for short. The Social Security Administration looks at the CPIW from the third quarter of the previous year to the third quarter of the current year to determine the adjustment. What does 2.8% mean in actual dollars? Well, that depends on your current benefit amount. But let me give you some examples. If you're currently receiving $1,500 per month, a 2.8% increase would be bringing your new monthly benefit to $1,542 per month. If you're receiving $2,000 per month, you'd get an additional $56 for a new total of $2,056 per month. If you're receiving $2,500 per month, your increase would be $70, bringing you to $2,570 per month. Now, here's something really important. If you want to see your personalized COLA notice online, you need to have my Social Security account set up by November 19th. That's today. If you don't have an account yet, go to ssa.gov right after watching this video and create one. It literally takes about 10 minutes, and it gives you access to so much important information. Through your My Social Security account, you can see your COLA notice and your new benefit amount for 2026. View your payment history. Get a replacement Social Security card. Update your direct deposit information. Get a benefit verification letter, and much more. If you don't set up your online account, don't worry. You'll still get your COLA notice by mail in December, but why wait when you can see it online right now? The 2026 COLA is lower than we've seen in the past couple of years. For comparison, the 2025 COLA was higher, and 2024 was even higher because inflation was running hot. The fact that the 2026 COLA is lower actually reflects that inflation has been cooling down, which is generally good news for the overall economy, even if it means a smaller increase in benefits. Government shutdowns and your benefits. One question I've been getting a lot lately is, what happens to my Social Security payment if there's a government shutdown? This is a really important topic because government shutdown threats seem to come up more and more frequently, and people understandably worry about their benefits. Here's the good news. Social Security and SSI payments are considered mandatory spending, and they will not be affected by a government shutdown. Let me repeat that, because it's crucial. Your Social Security and SSI payments will continue even during a government shutdown. The Social Security Administration has the funding and authority to continue sending out benefit payments regardless of what's happening with the federal budget. So if you're scheduled to get paid on November 19th, you'll get paid on November 19th, shutdown or no shutdown. However, there are some Social Security services that could be affected by a shutdown. Social Security offices might have reduced hours or limited services. Wait times for phone calls might be even longer than usual. Processing of new applications might be delayed. Requests for new Social Security cards might take longer, but your actual benefit payment? That keeps coming like clockwork. Tips for managing your Social Security payment. Now let me share some practical tips for managing your Social Security or SSI payment effectively. Tip number 1. Set up your Social Security account if you haven't already. I can't stress this enough. It gives you so much control and information about your benefits. You can see your payment history, verify your information, and catch any problems early. Tip number 2. Know your payment date and mark it on your calendar. Understanding the payment schedule helps you budget better. If you know your money is coming on the third Wednesday of every month, you can plan your bills around that tip number 3. Set up automatic bill payments for the day after your Social Security payment arrives. This ensures your important bills get paid on time, and you don't have to remember to manually pay everything. Tip number 4. Create a budget based on your monthly benefit amount. Social Security is a fixed income, so knowing exactly how much you have to work with each month is crucial. Track your expenses and make sure you're living within your means. Tip number 5. Be aware of early payments and plan accordingly. Remember how I mentioned that SSI recipients sometimes get 2 payments in one month when the first falls on a weekend or holiday? You need to budget that money to last until your next payment. Don't spend both payments in the same month and then have nothing for the following month. Tip number 6. Protect yourself from scams. Unfortunately, Social Security recipients are often targeted by scammers. Remember, Social Security will never call you asking for your Social Security number or threatening to suspend your benefits. They will never ask for payment in gift cards or cryptocurrency. If you get a suspicious call or email, hang up or delete it, and contact Social Security directly using the official number. Tip number 7. Keep your contact information updated with Social Security. If you move, change your phone number, or change banks, make sure Social Security knows. This prevents payment delays and ensures you receive important notices. Tip number 8. Save your COLA notices every year. Keep track of how your benefit amount changes over time. This helps with long-term financial planning and can be useful for tax purposes. All right, let's recap everything we've covered today because this was a lot of information. If your birthday falls between the 11th and 20th of any month, you should receive your Social Security payment today, November 19th, 2025. Social Security payments are scheduled based on your birth date. Second Wednesday for births on the 1st through 10th. Third Wednesday for the 11th through 20th. And fourth Wednesday for the 21st through 31st. If you started receiving benefits before May 1997, you're paid on the 3rd of every month. SSI payments come on the 1st of every month or the last business day of the previous month if the first falls on a weekend or holiday. All payments are now electronic, either direct deposit to your bank or the Direct Express card. No more paper checks. If your payment doesn't arrive on time, wait 3 business days before contacting Social Security. The 2026 COLA is 2.8%, taking effect in January 2026. Set up your Social Security account by today to see your personalized COLA notice online. And remember, your benefits will not be affected by a government shutdown. You'll get paid no matter what. If this video was helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss important updates about Social Security, Medicare, and other benefit programs. Drop a comment below and let me know. Did you get your payment today? And what topics about Social Security would you like me to cover in future videos? Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.